Morning, YouTube. I wonder if I look as frazzled as I feel. Not been a good day so far. Since I was asked, it is Tuesday the 10th of October. People want to know when I'm recording these videos. I don't know, before 11. I'm shut down at a rest area in Ohio, just east of Akron. And my truck is broke. It's still running. Matter of fact, it's not broke so bad that it's actually stopping me. But I picked up an intermodal trailer, which intermodal is, well, it means two modes. They're trailers that are taken both by truck and by train. You've seen them on trains being hauled, and you've seen them on trucks. They're the ones that look like shipping containers on frames. It's essentially what they are, shipping containers on frames. And they're a pain in the ass. And I won't be dealing with them probably at all again, ever. Unless sometime in the future I decide to go intermodal to be home every night. Once I've got 6 months to a year or so, I could make that decision if I so chose, but I don't know. The trailers are all shitty, busted up, broken. Yeah, it's not fun. So anyways, Amazon, the dumbasses, loaded the load I've got onto an intermodal trailer. Now, how that got into their system to be loaded in the first place, I don't know. Intermodal is only supposed to be taken from, by truck, from the rail yard to a customer, back to a rail yard. Now, when I got the load, I got a message saying that, intermodal loads are only supposed to go from rail yard to customer and back. So I assumed, and you know what they say about assume, but I assumed that my final destination in Pennsylvania was a rail yard. Right? Turns out it's not. I should have told Amazon, get this shit off this trailer and get it onto a regular van. Live and learn, I guess. Another thing I didn't know about intermodal trailers is that they will fuck up your truck, basically. I must have turned too tight or something, because the passenger side mud flap on my truck got all busted up by the underside of the trailer, I'm assuming, and is now twisted, and the mud flap is actually laying on top of the drive tire. These mud flaps aren't soft and flappy like you'd think. They're not really a mud flap, they're a mud plate is a better word for them, because I can't bend this thing back down behind the drive where it's supposed to be. It's just up there. So I had to do a Macro 55 breakdown and tell them I need roadside service. And I got a call from a guy in Arizona saying that the first people he called to try to get him out here to, either fix it if it's easy or just take it off until I can get to a terminal. Once I get to this Amazon delivery, I'm dropping this trailer, picking another one up, and from there I can go to a terminal. Yay. But apparently the first people he called didn't answer. He put in a work order for a TA. He expects them to be to me within the next 2 hours. I'm about an hour into my 10-hour break. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a nap, and he gave them my number, so they're supposed to call me when they get close or on their way or something, so I'll be awake. If not, I'm sure they'll knock on my door and wake me up. But damn, this no, intermodal, not good. To prevent the same thing from happening to the other mud flap, if I turn and if they fix this one to happen again, I slid my fifth wheel all the way back as far as go. Opens up my, the area in my catwalk where the hose is attached to the trailer. Put it bluntly or simply or whatever. It does take a little bit of weight off of my steer tires and moves it back into the trailer area. Not much, maybe 1,000 pounds off the steers, which is not good as far as control goes, and in the future I'll have to move it back up to rebalance that weight for future loads when I take heavy stuff. Yeah, it wasn't nothing that's happened in this load has been good. I mean, really. First they couldn't find me an empty at the yard. Then when I asked a planner to find me an empty, they're like, pick one up at the yard. Well, they had already told me that they didn't have one. So I went back to the terminal building and said, they say that you're supposed to have one, and well, damn, they had two then. So why didn't you have two before, or even one? Of the two, one of them didn't have any working lights on one side. Hold on, this guy's looks like he's coming up to my truck. Oh, nope. Just walking past and eyeballing it. Okay. Where the hell are you going, buddy? That was interesting. Sorry about that. I don't know. The guy looked like he was going to walk up and knock on my door or something. Maybe tell me my mud flap was messed up or something. I don't know. Anyhow, I looked into Audible. Last time I drove, I got pretty heavily into books on tape. Don't have tape players in the trucks anymore. They have CD players and MP3 players, but same difference. So I thought I'd look into Audible and get some of the books I like, read to me instead of reading them. But I look at one book and it was almost $42 for a single book. Now, the recording was like 9 hours, I think. No, it was more than that. It was like 19 hours, yeah. I don't know, it's a long book, so it takes a while to actually read, so it takes just as long to read out loud. But damn, that's a lot. One book, almost $42. No, thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up, take a nap. Hopefully things get better. Yeah. Alright guys, love you, talk to you later.